we're here.
Okay, we're here, and I can
Wow.
talk better today.
Hmm.
Feel more like myself today. So.
Not so much soot in you, huh? Soot. You're de-sooted.
Well, I'm almost there. I'm almost there. I think I've got maybe a little bit, but I'm almost there.
Okay.
They say this one hangs on one. I don't know.
I've had a lot of. Well, my husband had something after Thanksgiving, and all he did was cough for the whole month, and then he got sick with COVID and the flu. So there you go. Go jump from one to the other. I guess that's the way life is. So, what would you like as a topic today?
Well, there's several different things that's interesting, but we just got through with Super Tuesday.
I know. I was looking at the results on Super Tuesday. It was kind of interesting.
It was, because I think Nikki Haley only took one state.
She took, Vermont.
So,
But did she drop out now?
Probably not.
Oh, because I just
don't know.
thought I saw that she had just dropped out of the primaries.
She should. She should go on and go.
Now, there's a topic. Who should run for vice president?
Well, you don't run.
No, you don't run. You get picked. Yep. And you just get to go with them.
Because it's weird. It's weird with the state. You do run.
Yes, because our state you can do that. Yes, you could have the governor of one, and boy, does that makes it a real.
So I don't know if that would work on the federal level. I'm not sure.
That would be a real conflict.
I don't know who he's going to choose. I have no idea.
There's so many.
And of course, Biden, I think, was the only one on the Democrats. So.
Oh, is that why he got?
I think that's why
he got 1,400 some.
When you look at the ones for the Republican and everything, there were at least 4. So I know DeSantis got some, Vivek got some, Nikki Haley. But Biden's, I think he was the only one. They have no choice.
Okay,
but
so that's why
I don't think he'll make it because the Democrats do not want him on the ticket. Most of them do.
Yeah, that's. I get flummoxed just watching politics all the time. It's like my brain spins because there's just logic. There's no logic and rhyme or reason to their brains.
It really is. It left the building.
Yeah,
and all the people that melted down because the Supreme Court said it was unconstitutional to take him off the ballot.
Yes.
It's the Constitution people, and so they just said all of them. It was unanimous saying that it was not constitutional.
It's exactly right.
And that's all you're asking is that your people look at the Constitution
exactly.
and go that way, not by bias or anything. But there's been so many people that have melted down because he is allowed to be on the ballot. But if you don't put him on the ballot, you're going to have more issues because then there's going to be a lot of people saying we didn't even get a chance to say what we wanted.
Why do they think they can do? Okay, let me back up here. I know New York is going after. How many people are going after him because they said he was an insurrectionist?
But the thing is, he's never been convicted of anything.
Exactly.
There was not an insurrection.
No, there was not.
And if you're going to go on that, then Hillary needs to be charged
exactly.
as well. And
exactly.
So do the prior ones that have said that they never lost. Hillary still claims she never lost. And then they drug us through. They drug the American people through Russia. For all that time when he first got in, because they said Russia was in collusion with them, and then
and that was all fake.
And so,
made up.
If that's the case, then arrest her too, or charge her with something.
Something, yes, because that was all made up, and she did it. I just don't understand because I've seen. And there's one young man that has a really good podcast, and I'm sure it's up where Trump told people to go home.
He did. I saw it.
Go home.
And he said,
be peaceful.
We're going to peacefully walk in.
And then go home. And that's not what happened.
But an insurrection is totally different, too. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, go. Oh, you got so fired up.
My thing is, you said nothing when you were burning cities down.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Nothing burned down. Nothing was damaged to the extent of what these cities and these people, and you did nothing.
And they set it up. They set it up because
they're finding that this is
that the Capitol Police Department. Some people weren't even told. You'd think if they backed off. Let's make this look like it's something that it really isn't.
And they infiltrated the
That's
FBI,
yep,
infiltrated
everything.
So no, you have no argument with me when you did nothing when cities and people were begging you to do stuff.
Yes, and take it
You
over.
have no right to say
Take it
anything.
over. Take it over. And that was
When they were looting and tearing down monuments and doing all this, you did nothing. So do not even come at me. Do not come at me with insurrection.
we got so fired up.
Oh, you do. That will burn me up in a heartminute.
Yeah, I don't want you.
Because
Yes,
that's ridiculous.
yeah. See,
I mean,
there
remember
goes
that guy
honesty.
that got killed? He got killed. I mean, he was an ex-police officer,
Yeah.
I believe, or retired. Anyway, he was killed in one of the places because and
that's
then,
right.
Not to mention buildings. I mean, people were having to put wood up because people were burning and looting. And that was at the time too. Remember, people, it was supposed to be a mask mandate. We couldn't gather in church because of your stupid laws. Stupid laws. But yet you're allowing them because they got free. It's a free thing. We were free to go to our church too.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted to go sit in church, you should have been allowed. But no, you shut churches down. You shut everything down, but you allowed these people to do it. You allowed them. Yep. So do not come at me with any of this insurrection. Talk to my hand, talk to the back of my head, talk to any, but you're not going to convince me of anything.
No. And see, intelligence has left DC.
Yeah,
it's gone. It's gone. They don't
DC
care.
means discharged, and it's been discharged.
Yes, it is a discharged. Yes,
they have
it's
discharged
gone.
total intelligence.
Cesspool time.
I mean, it's almost you almost want an artificial intelligence at this point.
Yes, because it would be logical.
It's just,
all you have to do is say, here, you give the artificial intelligence, read the Constitution, and then apply it.
And that's all you've asked the people to do.
You're elected. That's what you're asking them to do.
The people do not understand. This is not a typical court. When it gets up there to the Supreme Court, everything is based on the Constitution. And sometimes they have to make
the Declaration of Independence.
If they have not.
And the Constitution.
Exactly. And if they have not, if it's something they've never seen before, then they have to talk about it. They have to research it. They have to see where it falls based on the Constitution. They're not up there because they're Democrats, Republicans, and all. Now, honestly, yes, I would say that, I mean, I know Trump was trying to find constitutional judges or constitutional people. And what that means is people that understand the Constitution. And will guide accordingly. But when you go up there as somebody on the Supreme Court, you're not supposed to be biased. You're supposed to look at everything. Now, it's hard because we're all biased. We all have a leaning, yes. But when you give me this, when you go, if you've ever served on jury duty, when you go in there, they ask you all these questions, and when you go back there, you're not supposed to base anything on what you think, suppose, or whatever. They tell you, base your decision solely on the facts presented. I'm not supposed to be sitting back there going, that guy looks shady.
That's right.
Or my little spider senses are telling me, do I have anything to back it up? Based on the evidence that was presented, with a reasonable doubt, you know.
You did an ORS. You did observe, assess, react, and then you make your decision.
Only to the facts.
Only to the facts. You sit there, you're observing, you're reading that Constitution, and then you're looking at it, you're assessing what you've read, and then your reaction. Your reaction has got to be based on the Constitution.
That's it. So no, anybody out there melting down, and I know Charles Barkley says if he sees anybody with black people with T-shirts on or anything supporting Trump, he's gonna punch him in the nose. He said he'll bail himself out, but he's gonna punch him in the nose. But see, again, you have the right to do, you have the right to wear a t-shirt, you have the right to wear a hat, you have the right to, that is one of the things that makes our country so good. You have the right to vote for Biden, although I feel like you do need to be checked if you do. That's me personally. I feel like you need a mental check if you're gonna vote for him, because.
You're like The Walking Dead. You need to be checked to see if you're really alive if you're doing that. You know?
You have the right, yes.
You have that right,
But
yeah.
then, I do have the right to sit over here and question you as well.
It's like,
Because
really?
something is not, when you can't even walk off stage correctly, no.
No.
It's ridiculous, because you have the right in these United States to do. And that's where you go and you leave it in the booth.
Mhm.
I went in the booth yesterday, I left it in the booth.
We voted last week early, and it's fine. And somebody said, did you? I said, absolutely, I voted.
And I
Have
was
to.
planning on voting early, but not feeling good. I did not get it done, so.
But you got it
I'm
done
okay.
yesterday.
Yeah, life is good.
It'll be interesting to see the whole thing. And that's on you're talking federal. We even have some issues on our state level too.
Yes.
With some bills and things that are trying to be passed
Exactly.
for our right to
Well,
carry and bear arms.
What about Winston last week? One of the people, there was a big thing last week about Winston Sears. She's head of either, I want to say it's the Senate or the House. Anyway, one of the transgender person got their feelings hurt because she said sir instead of.
Oh my gosh.
And so she laid it on she was like, I am up here not trying to offend anybody. I'm here to do the state's business. If anybody got offended, I apologize, because it is not my intention to do so. But she laid it out matter of fact.
Good for her.
But it's ridiculous.
I like her.
People all the time
She's
say
good.
stuff. If you're a family, you've ever called your kids, you're gonna call your kids the wrong name. If they walk out and get upset because sometimes you go down the list.
I know my father always did. I said, you forgot the bird.
Did you get offended because your name?
No, because I just knew that was going to happen. And when in school, all of us had ands in some part of our name. So a teacher might go through all of them before she got the right one. And, that's just the way it was. But
you look up in a hurry sometimes. And I am in such a habit of saying, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. But then sometimes all of a sudden the wrong one will come out. It's not because I think you're a man or because I thought he was, it just came out of my mouth incorrectly because it's happened.
I was telling somebody today, I was talking before you came on the phone that we were looking up how many different pronouns there were for transgender. And she was like, besides she, he, and it. I said, oh, there's 100 different ones because we did that a long time ago. So yes, and I didn't realize that our poor lieutenant governor had a problem like that she got in trouble.
I don't even think they had to stop it because somebody. I was watching it and I'm sitting there going, you need to grow up. If you're going to take a position, the state government, you can't be so easily offended.
It was, oh my gosh,
it's
really?
It's so ridiculous.
No,
it's 2024 people and I'm so done with all this.
I was just talking about all these anti-gun bills that are going in.
And they're trying to.
And they're so ridiculous. Here's one. You can have like your AR-15.
Okay.
But you can't transport it anyplace. So if you want to go to the gun range to shoot it,
you got it.
I don't know how you're going to get it there.
I guess you'll have to have
take it apart in pieces.
The firearms dealer come pick it up, mail it.
That was the gist of what my husband was reading. He says, yeah, you can own them, but you can't move them. You can't transport them.
Well, how do you buy it and get it home?
Okay, exactly.
because even you can't mail anything like
that.
The
logic has left the building. So they just want you to not, and that's a downfall of society when they take your ability to defend yourself away. Because then they can do whatever they want to you. You can't defend yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And That was a Boxer rebellion that happened like in China because they took everything away from these people and all they had were their hands, you know? So do we want a Boxer rebellion here? No.
I don't think you'd be able to, because I think there's enough
They,
Southerners against the
it's
blacks.
just like if they ever invade
And it might
if they ever invade the southern coast of the Atlantic, all those rednecks with cars and trucks will be there. By the time the army gets there, all they're gonna see are beer cans and empty shells.
You will never know how they were transported.
Exactly it.
It will just be like, they're here.
They're here and they're gone. So it's like, there's so many,
It's illogical.
it's just not logical. And
You know, you can see Spot going now. Captain Kirk, that is illogical. That is illogical. There is no, that
how are
would
you
not
going to
work.
do that? Oh, yeah, you transport it. And it materializes to where you want it to
I'm
be.
sorry. That's,
You just can't make this stuff up.
you just really want to go, did you read what you wrote? And you're supposed to be the smart ones. You're supposed to be the smart ones.
Did I ever show you that picture that I took? My husband said we should post it because it is quite funny. Um,
I was looking this way.
and I really don't want to offend the person whose name is on here.
All right, so Nottoway Correctional Center, walk in, welcome, welcomed.
Between a certain, so, you know, if you get that really urge that you need to, that you think you're bad, you can walk in.
Oh,
I'm just saying, here, I took the picture of this and I tried to cover it up and that's what it says. Now, did
so
anyone
does
think?
that mean if I just want to see if I like prison, I can come in and
Yeah,
try it?
yeah, see,
Or
that's
if
what I was
wanna
trying
go
to,
in there and
that's
get-
what I was trying to figure it all out, you know?
Because we are paying to support these people, so we might have to start going and getting free meals there.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not sure.
So I just, and that's a sign that was at the intersection of 360 and 723 Burkeville Road. And I took that picture because it's really been bothering me to think that there's some rejects walking out there that think they can just have a drop-in center. Can I come in and be fixed for a few hours and then I'll go back out and do whatever I need to do? I just think it's kind of funny.
I know, it's just one of them things that's crazy.
It's like, okay,
I was looking up, I wanted to show you because supposedly Ireland is doing, they're having some elections. And they've got two bills to amend the Constitution of Ireland that will be put to referendums on March 8th. The 39th Amendment of the Constitution, Bill 23, would revise the definition of a family
oh,
to
good.
include durable relationships outside of marriage. But then there was also another one. I wanted to see what the second one was. I was trying to pull that one up because I heard about it too. It was about, there was two of them and there were two crazy things. And I'm like, this is Ireland, people. Ireland, I don't know. I guess I just expected them to be fundamentally.
That fought so long as Roman Catholics. And now we're going just.
Yeah, I'm just, let's see. I'm just sitting here going, who,
See, she's speechless.
It really does make me speechless when you're trying to
redefine a family.
Because it doesn't include all the things that.
So if I take that 1959 unabridged dictionary out and look up family, I wonder what it would say.
And don't get me wrong, I do agree that there are all kinds, because if you're adopted, you're not from traditional family. Traditional family is man, woman, get married, have children, 2.5 kids, a car, a fence, a house.
The 0.5, and a dog.
And a dog.
Picket fence.
Okay, that's traditional. What you think about from the 50s, 60s. But you have the ones that adopt. But when you adopt, you choose these kids and they become your family.
They're still part of your family.
And so you are a family.
You are still a traditional family.
There are times when brothers or sisters have passed away, and they have taken their nieces and nephews in as
And
their
we're- Yep,
family,
as
and
their
they raise
family,
them.
yep, exactly.
Family to me does not necessarily mean blood, but it does mean a sense of.
It's a certain
But I
relationship.
don't feel like it needs to have a referendum and be voted on, because we have used common sense as
Now-
it has come down. I mean, if my best friend,
Would there be somebody who would break the rule if they do something opposite to that?
well, if my best friend were to pass away and have left me her children, I would raise her, because sometimes you do set up godparents, and they're not
That's right, yeah.
necessarily your family.
Right.
But you have said, I want you to raise my kids in the event something happens to me. Okay, so if that happens and I take in my best friend's kids or whatever, then that means they are my kids. And I will work it to where they have their insurance, I will work it to where they have food, I will do everything for them that I do.
Well, they become part of you because you have taken them in.
So, but I mean, I don't need a referendum defining family. I mean,
that is a little odd.
I don't understand all this stuff, because you're muddying the water and you're screwing the kids up. These kids nowadays, I think a lot of their issues is because adults
They don't
know how to be an
know.
adult.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, they
Adults don't know how to be an adult and don't have to. They're not making good decisions. So how in the world do you help a kid make a good decision when you can't define a woman or you can't define a family?
I agree. I'm not arguing with you. I agree. I like I said, I think the world has gone lopsided.
And we got to straighten it back up. So that's what we're here to do.
Yes.
We're here.
Yeah.
We're here.
Follow a path, and this path has got to be straightforward and logical.
And my thing is, I should be the nice one probably, but I'll be the one telling you stupid.
And I'll protect her when you get
upset. Together, because you're being illogical and you're not thinking.
And we don't do stupid.
We don't
well.
We don't do it well. We don't do it well.
And I have a hard time. I watch different podcasts, and I can't believe some of the ditziness that exists out there because of their. I was like, where did you grow up? You think you're entitled to something. There's what's this one woman? Well, if you're my boyfriend, you're gonna buy my groceries. Excuse me? It's like, I watch all kinds of podcasts. They come in, and once in a while, and I'm just like, I don't get. I don't get where these people come from. Where are they coming from? Where are they going to?
Well, I remember,
where will they be 10 years from now?
I remember telling Chapel, and then when he was dating and stuff, because he was a teenager and stuff, and girls, and I told him, I said, listen, I'm telling you one thing right now. If a girl asks you to pay a bill for her or do something, I said, you need to refer back to her folks.
That's exactly.
I said, I can see you taking her to dinner. I can see you buying her a gift. But if she starts asking you, hey, can you do this? And can you? No, your mom and daddy need to do that.
Yes, exactly.
And if you're older and out of high school, then you need to get a job, do your own. Until we are married, I don't need to pay your bills.
And let me tell you something about this young man, right? Your son. I mean, we are buddies. Who would have thought? I'm almost as old as he is your grandmother, but we are buddies. And he'll go, and he'll send me a text. And I was like, sorry, it's so late. Still up, Chapel, no problem. But because he had good upbringing,
I contributed to the Lord.
it's just, yeah, but
I just want to throw that in.
Yeah, well, he helps guide us all the time. He knows what's right. And he gets so frustrated when he sees somebody of his friends, maybe, of his age group, his peer group, that does not think straight or logically or honestly or can be trusted to tell you the truth. And that really bothers him. It bothers me, and it bothers him. And I'm sure there's other people it bothers. But I'm like, we'll take care of it. That eventually, that guy up there straightens it out. It may take a while, but it'll straighten out. I've had that experience. Like I just sit back, like groaning and moaning, and then, oh, well, I didn't see that coming. Thank you.
Because there are sometimes, it doesn't matter if you point the truth out or not.
Mhm.
Sometimes you have to let everything fall into place.
And just wait. You just wait because there's a path.
But I'm here to tell you the truth today. If you think there was an insurrection on January 6th, you're wrong. The truth is out there. You just need to wake up, take your glasses off, pull your head from under the covers. There's some things we just need to point out as the truth.
The truth.
There's no reason for a referendum for families. There's no reason for a referendum for you to say it's a man or a woman. We know what it is. We're done. You can be a cat all you want. I don't need to have it on a referendum.
What are
You
they?
have a choice to do that, but I don't have to play your game.
What are those called when they think they're an animal? I forget that.
Stupid.
That's a good name. Fuzzbrain.
I'm back. As you can see last week, didn't you? No, I'm back.
Did you take your flea and tick medicine today?
Bring your cat litter to school because
Meow.
you got to go use your box because we don't have a bathroom for you. And the adults that go along with this, I'm sorry, this is on you. If you
Yes.
cannot teach a child that they're not.
Oh,
Anyway,
I'm glad.
we are 3 minutes out from having to end this. But yeah,
she was fired up today. I love it. She's feeling good. Just bring up one word and we got going, insurrection, and bam, on to it.
I feel like 2024 is the year to set you people free. You need to be free.
That's what's scary.
You need your mind opened and you need to think and you don't need to. It's okay. You can wear a shirt you want to wear. You can do things. You are allowed to do things, people. It's not a crime. You can think outside the
You
box.
have some freedoms, yes.
And we want you to. But that doesn't mean we're going to agree with everything. But because there are some things you will never be able to change. Your DNA is one of them.
That's right.
Your DNA is one of them.
They can fix the little parts that may make you feel bad. But when you come back to the structure, wow, that's a scary thought in the future. If they go, well, do you want to change this child and make him look more like a little lamb? Ooh.
Well, the other thing you can't change is, the one thing you need to change in your thought process is that if you're going to do it to this one, then you need to do it to everybody. And that's what's going to come up with all the stuff that's going on with Trump too in New York. Because everybody has done business the same way for years. That's why you got businesses pulling out. So for me, I love New York and stuff. I think it's been a wonderful city and stuff, but you're paying the price of your leaders. Because you're going to have a lot of business people pull out because of your stupid decisions.
It's a fun place to visit once or twice, but
living there's
no.
It's a lot. It's a lot to live there. You got to be tough to be a New Yorker. I do feel like you got to be tough to be a New Yorker.
No,
But
upstate New York, different story.
Exactly. But we won't. And on a common note, to say
Be
something.
peaceful, be logical, observe, assess, and react before you put your foot into the doo-doo.
There you go, guys. You heard it. Take care.